So we all know about this situation that's going on with Young Spray and Gigs, and I feel like it's more to do with Young Spray rather than Gigs. I don't feel at this point Gigs really cares. Gigs has got to a point in his life where he feels that, he really is like the top UK rapper. And to be honest, he's grinded hard. He's done what he needs to do to get to that position. So naturally, he doesn't really need to mention anybody. But, when it comes to Young Spray has made a habit of actually just constantly mentioning Gigs. And this wouldn't matter in what scenario, who he's with. He always needs to make reference to Gigs at some point. Now, this has led to numerous conversations. And the latest comments that he's made just make us understand that he really is starting to try to incite a gang war. And that might be between a lot of different sections, between Southman and Northman, and he's trying to create friction because Spray seems to have this same attitude every single time he talks about the situation. He talks about the fact that he's this guy, he does what he does. And do you know what? I'm not even going to dispute that. We all know that Young Spray is a madman. He's a bit of a manic. We all know that. And it's fine. Do you get it? He might put that down to badness, but I really do think that this is a mental health sort of situation, because we've seen how he acts in different scenarios and with different guys and different people, and it's just not the same. So clearly he decides who he's going to trouble and who he's not. Now, this brings me to the whole comment that Giggs made, because Giggs made a comment and Young Spray took it upon himself to kind of just I don't know, latch on to this comment. And this is what Giggs said.
And I don't even go on a lot of podcasts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are just negative, man, are bitter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've had success.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And we're giving people their flowers.
Yeah, you're giving flowers. A lot of man just go in there because they still want to rap, really. You know what I'm saying? You get me? But
God forbid that Chronic would say anything of the sort. You know what I mean?
All the people that couldn't rap or be rappers or what they want to play podcasts. Obviously.
But anyways, so naturally, where Giggs is talking about rappers who now are podcasters who wish they could still be rappers, everyone click farmed it into basically being about Young Spray. Now, the funniest thing is Young Spray also thought this was about Young Spray, because Young Spray gets excited every time Giggs mentions his name, as he said previously in an episode where he kind of got mad at Tanks when he said, did Tanks think that he was begging it or something like that? Well, I know it was that.
I wasn't. I was looking to move on. Hey, OG. I was looking to move on from this guy, yeah. But then I was getting DMs. Oh yeah, this guy is dissing you on his new tune. Then I watched it.
Who?
Giggler, yeah.
Right.
Then I watched it and he really is.
Giggler, you know.
Raw. Now, but that makes me know how much I'm doing well.
But point being is that we know that Young Spray loves the fact when Giggs mentions his name. But when Giggs was making these comments, I don't think this was even about Young Spray, because Giggs would have to consider Young Spray a legend. And I don't think at this point Giggs would ever consider Young Spray a legend. He doesn't care about the situation that happened at GRM. It's behind him. Nothing ever happened to Giggs. So Giggs is just, living his best life, whereas Young Spray has still got this animosity. He's got animosity for the fact of the way the guy's done him. I don't think he likes Skepta because he might think that Skepta set him up also. And, he's still angry at Vic. And this is a reason why he even sacked Pinky, because it got too much for Pinky to constantly be in his face. And he knows that he's friends with Vic Santoro.
Big up Pinky though, but he needs a break, man. He needs a break. You get me? Oh, it's too mad. I got too much PTSD.
Sometimes a break is needed, though.
I've just got too much PTSD from the cream thing. You know what I'm saying? It's man trying to use man's thing and because you know what it is, see with me. Remember where we're from. I'm saying you can't always be with people that don't like, man. That's gonna annoy me. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Or why are you always with people that even with Crun? Remember, see, no matter what, Crun's I'm always gonna think Crun first type of thing. Why for that? But I'm saying he's more vulnerable. So if they're having their little schisms, I'm gonna more look at Crun in it. Type of kids bro, why is my man always in the trillery, they're chatting shit about his baby mother, there's just, bro, the girls chatting shit about the podcast. Why do you even want to even be friends with these people? Do you know what I'm saying? Why do you even, and it's always, you know what I mean? It just seems like it's always that, do you know what I mean? Nah, that's too mad. The baboon, when man phoned the baboon, straight away the baboon, my nigga, this is a guy that constantly chatting shit about man. But when he answered the phone to yo, my nigga. So it's bro, why is this every single person that don't why they cool with you, blood? So that's all it is with me, bro.
Now, in the latest episode, we're going to see that, Young Spray still carries this animosity, and he's very angry at the fact that, you know, he feels that Giggs kind of was aiming or directing disses at him on this latest podcast.
Thinking I won't start a podcast because it's like they want to rap really. People want to rap really. Like, bro, people don't want to rap really. Some people just want to do a podcast. A man's got raps. Didn't you hear Mind Games? I've got. Do you hear what I'm saying on Mind Games, you madman? But I'm saying I've got tunes, bro. I've got other songs. They're getting them out of here, but I just can't be bothered. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to promote. You know what I'm saying? But we can though. We can go mad if we want. You know what I'm saying, Carl? We're very active in the streets. So I'm going mad. But you can see the juveniles there around. You get what I'm saying? No, but I'm saying, you get what I'm saying? I'm a man with juveniles around me. So I'm definitely knowing what I'm doing. I'm going mad. Okay, mad. Too much rumours for me to be. But anyway, bam. Is this the Giggs?
Now, as you've heard it from Young Spray himself, he's had enough of him going back and forth with himself over this whole issue that he has with Giggs. And Giggs, you know, hardly even mentioning him, even by name. He's had enough of it. He wants to do this thing properly, and he's not going to make another rap song, another diss, another podcast or another tweet about this situation. He's willing to take it to the streets and get this done. He wants this to be done at his timing, at his place, where he's ready to do it. And do you know what? He knows best the streets, because we all know that Spray used to be a madman. He's a manic. And I'm not sure if you want to really put this down to, you know, him being okay in the head or not being okay, because some of the stuff that he comes out with sometimes, you really kind of have to question if he is generally okay. Now, this has been a situation, as I've said, that has been going on for 7 years, and Young Spray just does not want to let it go, even though Giggs rarely even mentions his name. And this could start, you know, problems, because as Young Spray said, he's got juveniles around him, and, you know, that in itself could mean that he could send his juveniles all the way over to South to start conflict. And this might mean in South having to retaliate, especially Peckham, because at the end of the day, Giggs is Peckham's hero. He's Peckham's, like, let's be honest, he's one of the greatest things to have come out of Peckham. So the constant dissing is really not appreciated, especially by the Peckham guys, who really are annoyed at Spray at this point, because he constantly mentions Giggs, even though Giggs rarely mentions him, as I've said before. But Young Spray just can't stand the fact that he got this one up on him. And, you know, Young Spray never retaliated from the situation for whatever sorts of reasons, and people bigged him up. But Young Spray still carries on talking about Giggs, and it's really starting to get to the point where Peckham might even end up banning Spray from Peckham or from the entire, you know, South region, and he might become part of an issue which may grow and escalate. So we don't want this situation to happen, or, you know, how can I say it, boil over to the point where, you know, there's going to be people involved. Now, Chronic and Funky D are sitting there silent and don't want to be involved in this sort of rumors, because we all know that Funky D has to come back to South London. That's where he lives, and, you know, that's where most of the people that he knows is from, and that's where he reps. So he naturally does not want to be involved in dissing a South London legend. Chronic, on the other hand, you know, he floats around, and we don't know how much baby mums Chronic's got, so he doesn't really want to diss a legend himself and doesn't want to be involved in this war, because at the end of the day, he knows that Giggs is, you know, just about this thing. He knows that Giggs really will be able to put in this work, and he knows that there's people who back Giggs that are just superior in badness to all of them. And this is the same reaction that they give to people like, you know, R-Ray and those sorts of people. At the end of the day, Funky D is just there to be Chronic's cheerleader, legit. So, you know, he's only going to open his mouth when Chronic says anything, but Funky D just knows better in this situation. Now, with Young Spray, their reaction can be mixed sometimes when people are recounting their traumatic events. In the situation with Kelso, Young Spray really was on his best behavior. He, you know, he did try to take the mick a bit, but Kelso just kind of patterned him and said, listen, like, I like you, Spray, but, you know, I'm not going to have you insulting me or dissing me, and I'm not going to have you taking the mick out of my story when I'm very serious about this, and this was a seriously traumatic event for me, so I'm not going to allow you to take the mick. And, young Spray in this situation had to settle himself because Kelso told him to do so.
I've got a trench coat on, I put my hand under my jacket.
Mad.
I felt wet now.
You felt
I'm like,
before.
for
Why
fuck's
for
sake.
that as well? Go on.
You're going mad.
No, but
this,
I know for real.
this is
it's
real.
serious time. But I've been through it, innit?
Yeah, so you know it's
Yeah, I
real.
know. Yeah.
So boom, I've unzipped my jacks. I've lifted up my top. I've seen my stuff out. I'm like, oh my God, it's out.
What, like
Intestines
intestines
is
and
out. Yeah,
shit?
intestines is out. I'm like, for fuck's sake. But don't get twisted. I'm not gonna lie to you. No bullshit. See, in that about half a second, I've caught raw. This is real. All the adrenaline's just like, this is real.
You have to calm down.
Calm down instantly. I don't know. Certain man talk about panicking. I don't know what they're talking about. Instantly calm. Like, I'm like, raw, cool.
Was you trying to push the shit back in right for that?
But, right, so the first thing I tried back in, instant mad pain. I'm like, okay, that's not happening. Cool. I've sat down where I am. Sat down, I've took my phone out. My brethren I'm with, I'm like, shout Mumsy, because I'm done, innit?
Shout Mumsy's mad, go on.
Shout Mumsy, I'm done. I need to see her. She don't live far from here.
Yeah.
If I'm gone,
I know I'm gone.
Yeah.
If I'm
Mummy's
gone-
better just know I'm gone.
yeah,
I've never, not once did I say shout Mumsy.
Yeah, I
Free
know.
Jatty, ask Jatty, my brethren knows. Anytime I beat that, not once.
So
I
that-
said, yeah, phone my mum or not. But over the second time, mum was gone. First, but I'm saying, like, when she was alive, I've never thought, like, yeah.
Shout Mumsy,
I
bro.
need to phone my mum, I'm gone.
Bro,
But you
in
know
my
what it
head-
is? In my brain, I never think I'm going to die.
I thought I was done.
See,
I'm
you get what I'm
out
saying?
of it.
I
I've
never,
got my
like,
shit.
I'm
seeing my things.
always thinking, oh my
I'm
God.
seeing my stuff.
I'm always
I'm
thinking,
done.
oh my gosh, is that what man
But
done?
bro, you've been got better time, so at this
I haven't
point, you're
been got
used to
bare
it.
time, so stop taking the piss and stop thinking it's funny. It's not
Oh
funny.
my! I wasn't even
Oh,
laughing.
yeah, it's not funny.
I wasn't
I haven't been got
laughing.
bare times.
I
Tell me
wasn't
the bare
laughing,
times.
though.
Tell me the bare times.
Now, as you can see, young Spray was on his best behavior. He did try to, interject and do this wire thing, but he knew that he couldn't, just do it as random as he thought so. And the funniest thing about the situation is that as soon as Pinky mentions the fact that he got done bare times, he makes a problem out of it for some weird reason. But when he says it, it's completely fine.
Getting stabbed bare times, so I know the Uma's with me. I'm not in the Uma's with me. No. Man, stab me now. Stab me again. Why for that? Stab me now. The Uma's with me. The Uma's with me.
But relatively, young Spray was on his best behavior. Now, this is different from My Name is China because he was, young Spray was just so indifferent to the way he treated Kelso because, Kelso's a real street dude and he does what he needs to do. And, he's actually much more bigger than Spray. So he could probably, just wrap his hands around Spray and that would be the end of Spray. So Spray didn't want that. And, he's not a guest or, sorry, should I say a co-host. So, he has no contractual obligations with Spray. But My Name is China. Young Spray really just had a hard time of concentrating when he was trying to talk about what happened to him.
Some event that night,
Get over it, Spray. Go on.
and then I'm gonna be real with you. At the time,
Have you not been real with us before?
no, I'm being 100%.
Oh, no, but
but I just,
don't be thinking you got to say.
nah. I just obviously there's certain things you don't want to say in it. Do you get me? So,
that night.
the girl that was dating at the time,
I'm gonna eat it.
Focus.
Muslim.
Eat it.
Huh?
We're
No,
back to Muslim
elevation.
girls.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah,
This
this
guy,
guy-
mad thinking I don't know.
It was really good.
What I'm doing.
All you
like,
had to do
yo,
was take your shot
maniac.
harder
but man said,
and
no,
go
yeah,
forward, but you went back to the Christian girl, got yourself stabbed. Go on.
Gaffer.
So anyway, that night we was on a humble. I wasn't on anything. You know what I mean? So she was like, "Yo, don't get into
We
nothing."
was on a humble. It's mad, but go on.
Yeah, because what do you mean?
You got stabbed on a humble.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna eat that because they troll me. Let me
yeah,
stop.
no.
Because I've got to be actually. Let me sit up and all that.
I
Because I've
said
got to be adult.
intellectual and all that.
No, because they go mad on me,
Spray.
Right now,
let me just
Chronic's taking over. Chronic's getting all
me-
the good comments.
Spray, let me
go on.
just say this because you guys don't.
I need to I need to do something to get myself back. Because right now, Chronic's the golden child. Trina's like
Trina
she's
wants to hear. Trina
No, they
wants.
rate. I'm here.
It's
Go on, go on,
short
let
lived.
me
It's
stop
going to be
talking, let me
short
stop
lived.
talking.
I can't believe.
I'm saying right now,
gonna get
everyone's
a good mark.
they're cool with that so far. I need to get myself back. Go on.
Now, as you can see, he's not really paying much attention. Trina is trying to assist him and help him as the lovely carer, because I'm sure she gets care allowance for this guy at this point. But she's trying to tell him to focus. Young Spray says he's focusing, but he just seems to really be ignoring My Name is China and concentrating on his own thing. He's talking about the fact that, he feels that he needs to do better on his podcast because people really ain't liking him at this time, and they get on to him about the stuff that he says. But this never really improved his character, like how people looked at him, because it's just the same typical Spray. He just doesn't, want to engage with people or let people say their point if they're not on badness. If they're on badness, he will just let them, he'll concentrate, he'll direct his attention towards them. But if he really isn't interested in the guest or doesn't think the guest is really that bad, then he will choose to like just dismiss them and ignore them. So as you can see, China's really trying to get his point out. But the problem is Young Spray just keeps having other conversations about other stuff, and he finally gives him his time. But even then, he still kind of take the mick out of the fact that he's saying he's come on a humble thing, and Young Spray makes this silly statement about the fact about China being on a humble thing and coming like that. Now, this is going to be key for what we're going to talk about later, but I just want you to take that in and remember that reference.
But yeah, no, I'll tell you. So yeah, we've gone out to the thing, the club was MCing. That was what happened. Went somewhere else after that. Do you remember Palmer's Green, the sports zone? Do you remember that?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, cool. So
Is that where you got stabbed?
yeah.
I can't believe I stabbed you. It was you. No, I'm joking, but there's
Spray, what's
definitely...
wrong with you?
No,
Spray,
I
now
didn't
you
know
catch-
it was you. I didn't know it
Spray,
was you. I
Spray.
swear down, swear.
No, not that. No.
Swear, bro. I didn't
Spray.
know it was you,
Spray.
bro.
It was.
I swear down.
See.
Alright, this is a traumatic thing.
Now I've
Can
got
we
a couple
go through
people
it?
in...
Now, as you can see, Trina is trying to contain herself from laughing because, Young Spray really is funny for all the wrong reasons at the wrong time as well. So Trina naturally just wants to hear what China's got to say, but, Young Spray just can't help himself but button in. And he's really taking the mick out of China. He's saying, right, well, I don't really care about this story, so I'm going to take the mick. And he's even gone down to the fact, or as low as to say that, he was part of this supposed thing that happened to China. And, he's even trying to do this whole bit. And China knows this is just going to be used for clickbait. So he's not interested in really, giving Young Spray that kind of moment to be able to get the clickbait minute. But, Young Spray still does this. Now, the thing is, I just find it so funny that Young Spray is like this, yeah, but when it comes to his own story on the situation which unfolded with Giggs, he is so like, how can I say it? He's just a bit more softer and a bit more sorry, and you can just tell that Young Spray is really, really is touchy about this situation. Like let's listen to the explanation he gave on it.
Backstage, and that's what I did see Buck. Yeah, I saw Buck, and so I was chatting to him because like previously there'd been a little incident or whatever at the O2 before that. So, and I hadn't seen man since then. So it's like I've seen him. So I was like, oh yeah, like you can see I'm just here on my music thing, blah 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 blah. Like basically letting him know, and this, Buck, you get what I'm saying? Cause obviously if I was gonna bad you out, I'd have bad you out, I'd have punch you up, I'd have smashed your face in. But I didn't. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't even that sort of argument. You get what I'm saying? Nowhere near my level. So if I wanted to do it, I could have done it. It wasn't that sort of argument. Yeah. So I just said,
you're there on that.
listen, please.
Yeah.
So boom. So I was saying to him, oh yeah, it's just on the music thing. I'm just here, blah 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 blah. We're chatting, whatever. But I think I might even be a bit tipsy or whatever. I don't know, innit? But I'm saying, it's cool, innit? Just make them man know it's cool, it's calm, whatever. You support Liverpool anyway. He supports Liverpool, innit? So, patterning with him, innit? Like, you support Liverpool anyway, so kind of laughing, whatever. But what it is, sometimes I don't realise, yeah. Remember, that's what I'm putting across to him, innit? But him, he might be taking it, because I don't know if he's a nervous wreck, innit? I don't know. But I just don't know how it got to that, to hearing the rumours of I put it on Buck, because that never happened. And even Buck's admitted that it never happened, because I spoke to Foss after.
So as you can hear, Young Spray is going over this story and he's really emotional, and you can tell that he really he's very vulnerable while talking about this situation. that, you know, he came to Buck and said that he was on his music thing. Just like, you know, kind of like the same situation with My Name is China when he said he come on a humble thing.
It's not humble, it's mad, but go on.
Yeah, because what do you mean?
You got stabbed on humble.
Yeah, because
I might eat that because they troll me.
But, you know, Young Spray said under them circumstances he come on a music thing and also believed that he may have got a free pass because, you know, Buck supports Liverpool, so Young Spray supports Liverpool. So naturally that should just, you know, have stopped any animosity or any problems that they may have had in the first place. But Young Spray, in typical Young Spray fashion, always needs to just like give this point across that he really could do more when he, you know, got done up in the first place. And the thing is, he talks about the O2 situation, but the O2 situation was a situation where he had basically ran up into a building, which was, sorry, he had ran up into the O2 with his posse and his friends. And, you know, they tried to find someone that they wasn't, you know, I don't even know if the person was there, but they ended up running into SM1. And now this caused a problem between these two guys, a section from North and a section from South. So naturally, this is something that, you know, caused a problem at GRM, especially when Young Spray was by himself and was with Vic Santoro, who he actually believes, I think, set him up at this point. But let's carry on listening to the end of it. But like I said, Young Spray is just so different when he's speaking about his own stories, but other people's, he just wants to, you know, take the mick.
No, I didn't put it on Buck. Yeah, so that was that. So I don't know if he's gone on his, I saw Spray and rare, I don't know. But just after that, boom, I was in the change rooms. I think Skepta in that dressing room, and then the doors being rushed. Obviously, I said to the feds, it was just bad, like white people rushed in or whatever, boom, and then people just rushed me or whatever, got stabbed and whatnot. Yeah. So that was that, and then there was a video going around of me and my claret and all that, and it was like everyone was like, "Oh, why is he on his own? Why is he on his own?" The person that I'd gone with said that they'd gone to get security, so I don't know what that was about, but yeah, that's what they said to me.
Now, the way Young Spray tells this story makes you actually like, I'm not gonna lie, it brings a tear to my eyes because he really looks vulnerable. He looks like when he's talking about this that, you know, this is the truth. This is really what happened. Now, I can't confirm whether he badded up Buck. He says from his own mouth, this wasn't the case. He never acted like that. And, you know, he just didn't deserve this sort of situation to happen to him, especially them rushing into the room. Now, the fact that they rushed into the room was a whole one thing. But what he fails to say is the fact that, you know, he whipped out something himself. Had it not been for him doing that, then he might have sustained less injuries than he did at the time. But because of this really got them even more angry and they dealt with him different. But Young Spray would have probably just got a beat down and that probably would have been the end of that. Now, the thing is, this has kept him really annoyed for the past 7 years. But, you know, even when he tried to mention it in front of Justo, it was just like, the way I can describe it as he tried to use it as taking the mick. But then, I don't know, Justo kind of just knew that this wasn't a situation that he wanted to really talk with Young Spray about because he already knows that Young Spray is really jealous of Gigs.
He wanted to do tunes with Gigs, fam. He wanted to do look, he weren't watching, he weren't looking at us, he weren't watching us on the screen, he was watching I was watching Rolling with the Nine. That's how I was watching.
No, going mad.
You're going mad.
I'm going mad.
You're going mad. I was watching Rolling with the Nine. What are you talking about? You're going mad, brother.
It's a business move. I can't believe.
Bro, right now you see that. Right now I feel like I just drew you out, rude boy.
No, I'm just saying.
I just dashed you there, bro. The lines, them, bro.
PTSD in it. I can't.
It's the PTSD, you get me? I'm like you as a 6-year-old. I'm like you as a 6-year-old right now. You get what I'm saying? It's just, you're bringing back things. You get what I'm saying? You're bringing back things. You get what I'm saying? I'm seeing things getting clapped around me right now. You get what I'm saying? It's mad. Do you get what I'm saying? Nah, but it's jokes. No, but literally. No, on a level though. On a level, because people think that, innit? Like, oh, why does... But it's the way for me, maybe, to deal with it. Instead of going and blowing something. Do you understand? Because what can I really do? Because when people, I actually laugh to myself. I think people actually think I'm such a victim now. Because that's the joke about it. Like, oh yeah, like I see it, innit? Oh, it's raining. You should like be careful. And I can't even. I see little things.
Right, is that they talk to you like?
No, I see little things, but I'm saying normal people, innit? Because if you, oh, what's he doing? Like, oh, do you get what I'm saying?
No, I didn't start nothing. I just asked him one question.
No, but I'm saying, do you get what I'm trying to say?
One question, brother. What are you talking
No,
about?
but I'm saying, do you get what I'm saying, fam? That's what people.
No, don't do that.
You know
Don't
what I
do
mean?
that.
Immediately.
People actually have me like.
Because you
like
know,
it's some
when he said he's a
victim
victim, I'm thinking, right, this sounds like Young Rich right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, but do you get what I'm saying? That's what people say. They say, "Oh, be careful." Oh, they say, "Mad." But I think, are you lot mad? Do you lot not know what man's capable of, or what man? You understand? Not even like that. But I'm the victim now. But because I'm just busting a joke. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's so mad to the outside world or outside public. These people are so heavy.
Now, as you can hear, Justo literally just mentioned gigs. Now, this was enough to set Young Spray off, because Young Spray says he can't believe that someone would want to work with gigs over him. And this is just a bit confusing, because if we can put it down to facts, Young Spray was never at a point better than Gigs. Young Spray had a few songs and he just had this aura, because we kind of already knew that he was on badness, but we all know now that he really has mental health issues, possibly. So this really doesn't add up to what we believe and how people would actually be seeing it at the time. But Justo doesn't really want to, get into his conversation with Spray or altercation. So what he does is he just says, Spray, like, it really isn't that deep. I wasn't really, watching gigs and that, but he knew what he was doing. But just to not offend Spray and get to Spray, he just wants to really avoid this whole discussion. So what ends up happening is Spray starts talking about the fact that he feels that he's being labeled a victim and this isn't fair on him. And, because he never retaliated and done nothing back, but he could have done something back. And now he's just in a victim state of mind. But it's just funny how, his reaction is here in comparison to the Tank situation.
I was looking to move on. Hey, OG, I was looking to move on from this guy, yeah. But then I was getting DMs. Oh yeah, this guy is dissing you on his new tune. Then I watched it. Who? Giggler, yeah. Right. Then I watched it and he really is. Giggler, so raw. Now, but that makes me know how much I'm doing well. Because before you're ignoring, you're not taking, you're not, because you report on things, you know in it what I'm saying. Yeah. You're ignoring everything. But I've done so many tracks. I've done a Talking the Hardest, my own Talking the Hardest. No one cared. No one weren't replying. I've done a diss tune every day for about a month. My mental health was through the roof.
So was you begging it then, would you say?
Begging what?
Like begging it.
Do you want to get beaten up? What do you mean? Because this is PTSD. What do you mean?
Now, that Tank situation seemed to have escalated way more than Justo, because, he knows that Justo would probably have the upper hand and Justo doesn't need to come back to his podcast again. So Young Spray really could have got dealt with, and he decided that he would settle himself and just play it down as if say he never really cared much. But we all know that Young Spray, as soon as Gig's name is mentioned, he just goes into a frenzy about the situation. He starts talking about that he's got PTSD, which is just what he said with Justo over a year ago. So clearly he hasn't got over this situation, and honestly I hope he comes to some peace over it, because like I said, it's been 7 long years and we just don't want to see another gang war arising from this sort of situation, that Young Spray just can't keep his mouth closed and, just leave the South London legend alone, because he really doesn't care that much about you. But guys, I hope you like, subscribe, follow, and I shall see you on the next one.